This episode of Beers and Brawls is proudly brought to you by Shifty Lizard Brewing Co. Amazing little brewery down in Wollonga, serving up awesome ice cold beers on tap. They also have a kitchen that has amazing burgers and chicken wings. If you can't get down to Wollonga, they have another venue in Adelaide CBD called Harddaysnigh, where they have all their beers on tap, plus they paired up with a few other food trucks there. So, if you're looking for something to do on your next weekend free, get down to Wollonga or Harddaysnigh, make a day of it, try all their beers, try their food, you'll love it, I love it, it's one of my favourite places. So, cheers. That's a good drop. Welcome to Beers and Brawls, the show my guests and I drink beer and talk all things wrestling. Thank you for joining me on another episode of Beers and Brawls. I'm your host Jared, and we are back for Season 5 of Beers and Brawls. Can you believe it? New year, new season, all that sort of stuff. And today we have a massive episode. As you could probably tell by the merchandise around me, we have a true champion of Australian wrestling, one of the highest and quickest rising stars that we have in Australia. She is the Intercommonwealth MCW champion, the RCW champion, RCW Women's champion, which is now the unified RCW champion, the MCW Women's champion, former RCW Tag Team champion, FWA Tag Team champion, RCW Strength Cup winner, and was in the PWA Coliseum in 2023. I need to catch my breath after that. Massive welcome to the show. It is Delta. Delta.
Hello.
Thank you for joining me.
You're welcome.
About time we got you on the show. I've been looking forward to having you on here.
Mm-hmm.
As I said in the intro, one of the fastest rising stars here in Australia.
Yeah.
And you can't screw your nose up at that. What an achievement you've already achieved in Australian wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just getting started. So how's everything feeling?
Body-wise, I'm alright. I took about maybe 3 weeks over the Christmas.
Yeah,
take a break and started training again this week, and everything that I healed over the Christmas break came back, and now I'm re-injured. So that's alright.
Nice.
We soldier on.
The life of a wrestler, it doesn't really go away. But
Yeah.
no, as long as you're feeling good and ready to get back into it, obviously it's good to have that break over Christmas and let yourself relax. And I think you've done some hard work over 2023 that you could have enjoyed yourself there.
Yeah.
A lot.
It's down from here, I guess.
And I think we should call this episode Belts and Brawls instead of beers, because another one of our straight edge people that aren't drinking on the episode, but we got the belts.
Gotta stay healthy and hydrated, people.
But as always, I forgot doing the intro. Shout out to Shifty Lizard for sponsoring this episode. Make sure you guys check them out. But anyway, so what we're going to get into is our questions in a second.
Mm-hmm.
We're just going to jump straight into it before you get too settled in. How does that sound?
Yeah, let's go
Sounds
for
good.
it.
Alright, Delta, we've got the timer fired up. Questions are ready.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready for this?
Oh, I'm ready.
Alright,
Let's go.
Starting when this computer works. Now, who are you? What are you all about?
I am Delta. I am a wrestler. I am a 4-time champion. I've got RCW champion, RCW women's champion, Intercommonwealth champion, and women's champion. I was once called the Godzilla of the women's division, but I like to refer myself as the Godzilla of Australian wrestling.
Nice, that is excellent. Mm-hmm. Excellent. I think you rehearsed that one. When did you start wrestling?
I started wrestling in August 2019, and I debuted in New Year's Eve of 2020.
Nice.
Unofficial debut. It was in a car park, gravel, in front of 30 people.
That counts.
It counts, and my official debut was it was RCW in January.
There you go.
2021.
From 30 people to Coliseum, look at that.
Hey, here we go.
Your favourite wrestler and why, if you can narrow it down to one or two.
See, I didn't grow up watching wrestling, as most wrestlers did. And I still, I watch a little bit now, but still not as much, so I'm going to choose a wrestler from RCW.
Yeah.
I'm going to choose Matt Grimbasso.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I take a lot of inspiration from him. Just anything he does in the ring is just absolutely fantastic. Whenever you watch a Matt Grimbasso match, you know you're going to be thoroughly entertained.
Yep.
Yeah, and apart from my brother, I take the most inspiration from him, and he's the wrestler that makes me go like, whoa, that shit is sick.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Ah, that's an awesome answer. I love that. Really good. Favourite match of yours that you've been in?
I would have to say it's my most recent one, and that was with Mickey Fortune for these 2 titles.
Yes, what a match.
Yeah. A lot of emotion went into that match, and it meant so much to both myself and Mickey, and really all of RCW. It was a history-making match, and a lot was on the line, and it was to unify these 2 titles, which has never been done before, and now we're going to have a brand new championship.
Yeah, absolutely.
Coming out of it, and yeah, I know, like, knowing Mickey, she was going to go balls to the wall, so it was going to be a challenge for me, and I knew that I had to give it everything, and a lot of eyes were on this match, and it just meant a lot to everybody, so yeah.
That's awesome. We'll talk about that a bit later on, because I really want to get into that, but your dream opponent currently in Australian wrestling?
Dream opponent? Matt Grimbasso, because I haven't wrestled him yet.
Oh,
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
But I also, maybe others. Mick Moretti. I'd love to wrestle him.
Yeah, nice.
Maybe Caveman Ugg. He's a big boy. Big boy. I reckon I could lift him.
Yeah, definitely. I reckon you could. I've seen you throw some big ones around. So, wrestler in Australian wrestling you would challenge for a drinking competition?
Oh, drinking competition. I'd have to say Caveman Ugg.
Yeah?
Yeah. He can handle a few beers, I'll tell you that. I've seen it with my own eyes. It's a lot.
He's got a lot of space to fill up, so yeah, definitely. Your most embarrassing moment in the ring?
I'd like to say that I'm lucky and I haven't had a lot. I've definitely had a wardrobe malfunction before in my earlier days. My wrestling gear did not like me a lot. But recently I've been tripping a lot.
Okay.
I get so embarrassed over tripping because I'm supposed to be who I am. I'm not supposed to trip. So little things like trying to get up on the apron in your entrance, and I will completely miss the apron. And that's really embarrassing to me, so there you go.
That's alright, that's good. Everyone falls somewhere. Current wrestling goals?
Wrestling goals. Well, I've definitely achieved a lot. But I'd say now that I'm a champion in 2 of the biggest companies in Australia, as champion, I'd like to elevate those companies more than they are already.
Yep.
There's a lot of responsibility being a champion. You don't just win these titles and then go, that's it.
Yeah.
So just elevate the companies any way that I can.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's a wicked goal. The time run out, but that doesn't matter. We're going to keep going with a couple of questions. Just saying your brother beat you on the timer, but just to stir you up.
Alright, well, his answers were probably boring, so...
Well, we'll get him back on here. We'll see. Match type that you would never compete in?
Look, never say never. Alright, but currently, at this moment, I wouldn't wrestle in a death match.
Yep.
That's just a little bit too much for me. I've witnessed death matches, and they look insane, and also the amount of blood that is bled. It smells really gross. Wrestlers stink already, and then blood on top of that is absolutely disgusting, like glass and barbed wire, no thanks. Yeah, death match.
Yeah,
never.
Most common answer.
Yeah.
Flip side, what's a match type that you would love to do that you haven't done?
Maybe the baby version of a death match is a hardcore match.
Hardcore
Never
match?
done that before.
Yeah.
Cage match.
Cage match, yeah.
That'd be pretty sick. It's probably isn't a match type, but I'd love to be involved in a match where the ring breaks. Big suplex, you know, I'm already big for boys, so I'm one half.
Ring collapse.
Like a collapse. Yeah.
Well, let's not hope that on any company around here anytime soon. Well, this question, you didn't grow up watching wrestling, so this one might be a hard one for you. But if you have any opinion, what do you think wrestling is missing in today's age? Or even since you started, has anything sort of gone that you sort of think we're missing?
I don't know if I'd say gone, but I haven't seen it a lot. I've only seen it once in my time with wrestling. Is companies versus companies. I was a part of one back in 2021, I think. And it was Worlds Collide, MCW versus PWA. And that was pretty fun. But I'd love to see RCW versus MCW. Oh, that'd be a bit rough for me. But maybe RCW versus PWA. That'd be sick.
Yeah.
Jessica Troy is currently their heavyweight champion, so I'd love to have a match with her again.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Go again, yeah.
Champion versus champion, or even if it was RCW versus Wrestle Rampage.
Yeah.
I know everybody would love that. So
yeah, absolutely. Well, any companies, promotions watching? The champ has spoken, so let's get it going. Quick bonus question at the end here. So RCW is your home promotion, so we're going to use that one. Who are excluding yourself, your top 3 wrestlers in RCW, in your opinion?
I've said his name a lot now. Matt Grimbasso. Chris Basso.
Yep.
And I know once you say his name, you're supposed to drink. But I have to say it, Matt Hayter.
Where's the shot bottle? Well, at least you watched the show. I appreciate that. You know the rules. So someone else will have to cop that for you next time. Next guest, maybe it'll be Grim come on here. He can cop that.
Make him drink.
3 up and comers that you have your eye on in RCW or around Australia, because you've been travelling a fair bit. So 3 up and comers that you sort of keeping your eye on.
I don't know. It's hard to pay attention to other companies when you're traveling and you're kind of just focused on yourself when it comes to show days. So really, I can only answer for up and comers in RCW.
Yeah, that's cool.
Just because you can see them behind the scenes, see them in training. Vinny is one of them.
Vinny, yeah, nice.
Yeah. He's a hard worker. Great work ethic, great attitude. He just came back from the New Japan dojo. And everything that he does is really clean. And it makes me a little bit jealous because he gets a lot of things first go. So there's Vinny. I'd say Cutthroat. Yeah, Cutthroat. Again, great work ethic, great attitude. And he's part of a faction that's a big faction, and I think half of his matches have been main events. Not many rookies can say that.
Yeah, first year in main events, tag team titles.
Yeah. Most eliminations in a rumble.
He's doing it all. It's good.
Yeah.
Easy. All right. Awesome. So that brings us to the end of the questions. Really appreciate you answering those, and you have some awesome goals there, and some awesome answers to those questions. So hopefully, some of the stuff we talked about, the company versus company stuff can come about, and hopefully, you keep elevating these companies bigger and bigger as you go along.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to fire up the photos of your career, and we're going to have a chat about them.
Let's do it.
Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, Delta, the pictures are fired up. You ready?
Let's see it. Let's see what you got.
Alright, starting with number 1.
Yeah, look at that.
Now, there's nothing too crazy on here. Obviously, it's what I can pull from your social media, but everyone at home can see them.
Yeah.
So what do we got here?
That was my very first promo picture. Very first picture taken of me as Delta. God, got the blonde hair. You can barely see my eyes.
Yeah, it's a bit darker in the eyes.
I've got zero eye makeup compared to what I have now. It just grew bigger and bigger. Look at those delts. I was so lean. Now look at me. I'm beefed up. That's alright, I'm beefed up.
But you're fighting some big wrestlers, so you need to put on a bit of beef to take them down. So there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But
do you know who took that picture?
Who's that?
Dean Brady.
Did you really?
That picture of me. I was in the RCW gym.
Oh,
it
wow.
had it was in the storage room. It had perfect downlighting.
Nice.
So yeah, he helped me take my first ever promo pictures.
Nice. Well, I appreciate you going to the effort to put the wicked makeup on tonight and to fit the role. So I love it. Speaking of, I think Dean Brady.
Hey, look at that. That's an awkward position for me.
I think what are you slapping him or something? I don't know what's going on here.
Punching, I'd say. Yeah.
So obviously your first first match official match against Dean Brady or
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only match against my brother. God, that was an emotional match. I cried after. Yeah. It meant a lot to both of us that we were wrestling each other. We talked about it for so long before I even started wrestling, that we would wrestle each other and also be in a tag team. Yeah, and this was me wanting to be in a tag team with him, but he was a little bit worried just because of the wrestlers in the tag division, and he didn't think that I was ready for that because this was like 6 or 7 months into my wrestling career, so yeah. I was just a baby. So I challenged him, and I was like, well, if you don't think I'm ready, I think I'm ready. And I wanted to beat him to prove him that I'm ready. Yeah,
absolutely.
I lost, but I put up a good fight.
Yeah, but you're here now, so. What venue was that in?
That was at the Aqaba.
Oh, the Aqaba, yeah. Okay, nice. Here we go. Is this bit of Fringe Mania?
Yeah.
First taste?
That was my first, yeah. I think that was in the triple threat against Savannah Summers and Izzy Shaw. And it was for the Women's Championship. That was hectic being in front of a crowd that big. I think it was a crowd of like 600, 650.
Yeah.
And I had never wrestled in front of a crowd that big before, so I was very nervous. I almost won, but Savannah being Savannah,
up to her mischief.
Up to her mischief, as she does, and she won the belt.
How was like you said about the people, but how was performing at the Fringe? Is that the venue and stuff like that? How does that compare?
The venue, the lighting, it makes you feel like a superstar. Nothing compares to something like that. And it was such a big tent too.
Yeah.
I think it was like one of the biggest tents we had wrestled in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So Fringe Mania, RCW's got shows coming up in this March. So guys, make sure you get around that. Get on the social media, look up that. It's the reason why it's called Fringe Mania.
It's our WrestleMania.
It makes
biggest events of the year.
Big crowds, big tents, big superstars.
Hey.
There we go.
Yeah.
Bit of a crossface going on.
Yeah, so that's one of my brother's moves, and I thought I'd whip it out and give it to him, see if I'd win off of it. What an embarrassing moment it would have been for him, but unfortunately no.
You lost your knee pad.
I did. I think at the time, Dean, because he was, a little bit of a goofball, he would trick you, pull down your knee sleeve and get you with it.
Yeah.
But he did not. But I did wrestle without a knee pad for the whole match. It was not the best.
In his pajamas and his bloody long hair and his
those are like classic hippie pants.
Like Bali pants.
Yeah, Bali pants, that's what it is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he tore a hole in those pants. Eventually. I'm not sure if it was in that match, but he did eventually.
Look, I can speak from experience. Barley pants don't last very long. And I'm not even wrestling in them. There's a team of studs. Look at this. Jeez.
That's a mix. That's definitely a team. Yeah, that was again the same year as the previous photo with Fringe. This was just I don't know if it was like the week after or it was a different show.
Yeah.
But this was a 6-man. I can't remember who else we were wrestling. I think it was against Nick Armstrong, Tony Toro, and Savannah Summers.
Okay,
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, and it was a team of myself, Baron, and Jed Armstrong.
What a match.
Yeah. God.
That's a lot of beef in that team. Look at that.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That was a fun match, though. That was really good.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Is this the first match, is it still?
I think...
Or is this another...
I'm not sure, actually. I would like to say that was against my brother and I. Against my brother.
As at the Arkabar bar.
Yeah, it's at the Arkabar. Yeah, I'd say that was when I was wrestling Dean.
Do you miss RCW being at the Arkabar, or you don't really care for that venue much?
It was alright. Like, it's not the best venue that we've been to. I reckon Goodwood, like, that's a pretty dope venue, so I don't miss it too much. Like, it was kind of cool, but I think at the end it kind of, like, the numbers dimmed down a bit.
Yeah.
But Goodwood, like, that's a great venue, so
yeah.
Doesn't make me miss this one much.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, lucky RCW's found such a good venue.
Whoa.
Wrestle Rock.
Wow.
Delta vs. Tarl.
Yeah, that turned into a triple threat with Chanel Phoenix.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that was my first ever Wrestle Rock.
Was that your first interstate booking, or...?
No, my first interstate booking was NCW against Kellyanne.
Ah, okay, yes.
And by the way, what a first ever interstate booking.
Yeah. I think we've got a photo coming of that.
Yeah. I went through a door for the first time in this match. Tali gave me an Alabama slam through a door.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Set up like by 2 chairs.
So you've had a hardcore match then?
It wasn't really a hardcore match.
Wasn't really a hardcore match? Okay.
I mean, like, I've been in matches where there's like tables, ladders, chairs and all that, but it's not a hardcore match.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, this was more of like they have Wrestle Rock rules where there are no rules, basically. So even if it's a standard match, you can throw in a chair, you can throw in a door or a table.
Okay.
You can smash people over the head with glass. Like, it's insane. Like, and they have bands that play before and during. So it's a really good crowd and a really good like atmosphere for like a late night kind of place. Late night kind of wrestle.
Yeah, absolutely. That's sweet.
Look at that.
A little promo shoot.
Yeah. I can't remember what that was for. I think that was for, what's it called? Riot City Chicks or something like that?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
City Chicks or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, we all thought we would get together and just have a photo shoot. That was probably my first ever photo shoot like this. I think last as well. Yeah, I think it had... Who did it have? It had me, Amber, but at the time she was Amber Switch, Savannah Summers, Blair Alexis, Izzy Shaw. I think it had Violet Blitz as well.
Nice.
Possibly.
Nearly all of them have been on this show as well. So
there you go.
There you go. Long list of famous Beers and Brawls people.
Hey.
And it's going on here.
Nice. She means business. Oh look, is that Nick Armstrong in the back?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, I was looking at that.
Doing commentary. The
I'm with Delta shirts.
Yes.
Sold out of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had I'm with Delta and I'm with Dean. At this was the lead up to me and Dean.
Yeah.
I think I came out, and this is where I challenged my brother to wrestle me, because he had been basically just shrugging me off for some time, and I was just, I was mad. I was mad Delta. I was pissed off Delta.
You can tell, yeah. You didn't mean business. But how's that? You got a shirt before you even had a match, so that's pretty cool.
Before
you even had a match, you got merchandise.
Yeah. I was smart back then.
That's good.
Not now.
Smart back then. You're wearing you got new merch on now. He's giving him the what for?
Yeah, same time.
No, he is in his pajamas this time.
He's got beer pants on. There you go. Beers and Brawls, and he's wearing the I'm with Dean shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's got a stockpile of them still.
Yeah. Maybe 2 or 3.
At the old gym as well?
Old gym, yeah, on Coghlan Street. Yeah.
What a place, eh? What a place.
Yeah. I don't know why he was there, though. I don't think he was wrestling. I think I might have called him out.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I reckon I called him out.
Yeah.
This is where I said that I was kind of done with the women's division and I wanted more. And I wanted to be in the tag division, but there was only one person that was stopping me, and that was him. He looks sad.
He looks... Yeah. I think you're giving him the what for?
He's going, why she yelled at me?
You're serving him up there.
Hey,
and
there we go.
You become
Here we
the
go.
become a team. Look
We
at that.
are the team. Look at us of Han Solo and Chewbacca.
What an outfit.
Yep. Yeah, so basically, I was supposed to be Han Solo. but something didn't fit me right, and so I ended up being Chewbacca, and I wore that Chewbacca onesie the entire match. This was against Kings of Ruin, so Mike Boomer and Zach Sabbath, and this was again at the Aqaba. This was Halloween, I think. October 30th it was on.
Yeah.
But this was our Halloween show. So everybody was dressed up. Mike Boomer and Zach Sabbath were the Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
We also had a rumble on this show. And in my entrance, I tore off the onesie because I was not wrestling in that again.
That would have been quite warm to be wrestling in that thing.
It was not a smart idea, but...
Did you wear the mask?
No, I took the mask off. God, no.
Oh, man.
No.
Gotta go full into it. Here we go. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah. First ever interstate booking. And it was at MCW against Kellyanne.
Wow.
Yeah. That was Kellyanne's last ever match.
There you go.
I put her in retirement.
You heard of that bad. But what an opportunity. There was no belts on the line or anything like that. It was just a standard match, was it? Or
No, the MCW Women's Championship was on the line.
Okay.
I think nobody was challenging her at the time.
Okay, yeah.
So the show before this one, she basically laid the championship out and was like, anybody going to challenge me? And no one challenged her. And then she did it again this show, and then that's when I came out.
Nice.
Yeah. It was insane. It was a good match. I don't think I won. No, I wouldn't have won because I didn't have the championship. But she definitely underestimated me, and I threw around a bit.
Nice. How did you feel being in your first year, getting an interstate booking, travelling over there?
I was very nervous, a little overwhelmed, but I don't think I was alone when I was travelling. So that was one of the biggest things for me was travelling alone. I had never done it before, so I was very worried that I was going to have to do it, but for like a couple of years I was always travelling with someone, so it wasn't until this past year where I actually got to travel alone, but by that point I travelled so much that I already knew what I was doing, where I was going, how to handle myself. I can't remember who I was travelling with here though, but So traveling with people kind of put me at ease a bit, and I wasn't as stressed out. But, you know, I had to make a good first impression here. And I'd like to say I made a good first impression.
I think so. I think we got some evidence of that. You're hugging it out.
Look at that. Yep. That was in our match. He beat me with a rikishi driver, which was his finisher at the time. Yeah, and I was very sad, and I thought that, you know, we were never going to be a tag team, and that was it for me. But he just said that even though I lost, I proved to him that he wouldn't want to have anyone else by his side but me. Yep. It was a very, very heartfelt speech that he made, which made me cry a little, made me shed a tear.
That's all right.
And so, yeah, and this was us giving just a big, proper, genuine hug.
Yeah.
Because this is what we wanted for so long. Before I even started wrestling, before anybody knew who I was. So to finally actually have that happen, it just meant a lot to both of us.
Yeah, that's amazing. No, what a moment. Go back and watch it on the RCW YouTube, guys. We got Renegades down the bottom there versus Kingsley.
So I actually never went to the show.
Oh, okay.
No, I got really sick.
Shit.
A couple of days beforehand. So I never actually got to wrestle Kingsley. Never was on the show. I put forward, who did I put forward? I put forward someone else to replace me, and that was Amber.
Okay.
I put her forward. Yeah, so, but I don't think she ended up wrestling Kingsley. She ended up wrestling Chanel Phoenix. And Kingsley wrestled someone else, maybe possibly Aisha? No, she's with Tully. I don't know who she wrestled. I think they made it into a triple threat. But.
There you go, like they say, card subject to change, so you never know. Here we go, promo photos.
Yeah, this was my second ever time getting promo photos done, and I was a little bit more prepared for this. We've got more of the Delta makeup on, and
you can see your eyes this time.
Yeah, better lighting. My hair's a little bit more braided at this point.
The evolution starting. So,
yeah. This was for my brother and I to get some photos together because we were now a tag team.
Nice.
Yeah, but we didn't have a tag team name at this point. We were just the Bradys until now. ... Yeah.
You couldn't decide on one, could you?
No.
Oh, look, Baron.
Hey, Baron. So we were once partners.
Once a big dog team, and now you're destroying him.
Yeah, this was a moment. I think this was the first ever time that I had like a big boy lift.
Yeah.
That everybody was like, what? Yeah, that was a moment.
Alright.
I think I ended up F5ing him.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. I don't know if it was in this moment or if it was later on in the match. Oh, there's Amber.
Creeping.
Look at her. Creepy little slut. Ugh.
Oh, shit. That's a big boy to pick up.
Yeah.
Okay. And next photo.
Nice. Look at that.
DMDU. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's a sick photo.
That was my first ever DMDU show. This was... I think this was 2021.
Okay, yeah.
And they had a rumble. So I think this was a photo from my entrance into the rumble.
Okay.
Possibly.
Nice. A deathmatch rumble?
No. God. Wow. But also the same night I wrestled Jake Andrew Arthur.
Oof.
Another big boy.
Jeez.
Who I also F5'd.
Yes, I've seen the footage of that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, let me tell you, I was in for a rough night. Lost, but that's okay, because we won it back years later on.
Jesus.
Yeah, DMDU was like hitting off at this time. There was like 500, 600 people here, so
wow,
it was an experience.
Huge.
Yeah.
Huge. No, that's good. Yeah,
Here we are, tag team.
Purgatories.
Yes, this was at Fringe Mania in 2022, I believe. We were debuting our new gear. I was debuting the red hair.
Yeah, I was going to say the gear has changed. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember who won in this one, but first Fringe Mania as a tag team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think again this was wrestling in front of a lot of people, so it was still nerve-wracking even at this point, but it was a fun time.
Was that for titles, or was that just a sort of?
I don't think so. No, it wasn't for titles.
It doesn't look like any belts in the photo.
Neither of us are champions.
It
might have been a number one contender match.
Okay, yeah.
Possibly the Kings of Ruin were tag champs at this point. We were like the three tag teams were all in a little bit of a triangle together.
Yeah.
And at this point, Purgatory were probably at their most dominant. I wouldn't say most dominant, but like they were definitely getting there at that point.
Yeah. They definitely, the Spookies definitely were pretty dominant. So
yeah.
What a team! What a photo! That's cool. And the name, there it is.
Yeah, Brady LTD. After many months of trying to figure out what our name would be, you'd think you'd choose the name before you formed the team, but not us. Not us.
I've seen you two bicker in person. It's I don't know, surprise.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who designed your logo?
That would be my brother's girlfriend designed that.
Nice.
Yeah, she does a bit of illustration work.
Yeah, that's wicked.
Yeah, and that's the pose that my brother and I do.
Yeah.
So we figured it'd be great to add it into our logo.
Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome.
Nice. Where is that at? I think that's at MCW.
Okay, yeah.
I believe New Photography Studios took this photo. She's great with taking photos, as you can see.
Yeah.
This, I believe, I was wrestling Cherry Stevens for the first time.
Oh, nice.
Rite of Passage, I believe, at MCW. In 2022. Yeah. I think this was the first time back at MCW since Kellyanne.
Okay.
Possibly?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. There was a rumble that we had when Kellyanne put up the belt, and that was at Worlds Collide. PWA versus MCW.
Yep.
But this was my first singles match at MCW after Kellyanne.
Nice.
And I'm pretty sure I won.
There you go.
So there you go.
Good.
Oh, there we are.
FWA tag team titles.
That is when we won them, I believe.
Nice.
Yeah. Who did we wrestle? We wrestled Piracy. And this, I believe, was on the same night as the PWA Rumble. Basically, it was me, my brother, and Matt Hayter. Right after our match, we packed up our bags and we drove to the PWA venue, and we wrestled in their Rumble.
Nice.
Yeah, like an hour later after this.
The life of a wrestler. Eh?
Life of a wrestler. We are business people.
But it's pretty good though. You go over to Sydney. You can do 2 shows in one night.
Yeah.
Pick up the awesome tag team title victory, and then go off into one of the biggest companies' rumbles. So.
What would have been better is if one of us won it.
It would have been, yeah.
Won the Rumble.
Except Hayter, of course.
Nah, we don't care about it.
And here's the RCW titles.
Nice. I think this is when we won them.
Okay.
We won them off of Purgatory.
Oof.
Yeah.
Nice.
So Purgatory won them off of Kings of Ruin.
Yep.
And then we won the tag titles off of Purgatory.
Nice.
So this was us being the first ever intergender
okay,
tag team.
Yep.
Yeah. And this meant a big deal to us.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Big deal.
Well, that would have been was that your first belt win?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my first. Yeah. But this was like less than a year, or maybe within a year of just being a tag team.
Yeah.
That we won these titles. Yeah. It was a bit of a brutal match.
Well, against Purgatory, of course, it's going to be.
A lot of shenanigans going on with Purgatory, but yeah, we ended up winning them, and then I believe we lost them to Kings of Realm. But then won them again, so...
Oh, so you're multiple times. Didn't put that in the intro,
Oh,
sorry. Multiple times.
There's a lot to remember,
There was.
I didn't want to give you another thing.
Yes,
There we go.
no, there was a lot to remember. My manager was scribbling it all down. It took a long time. Here we go, double champs.
Yeah, so that's us with the FWA tag titles and then the RCW tag titles. Yeah, it was a big achievement to be double champs within our first year of being
Yeah, absolutely.
tag team. And that was again at the Aqaba. I don't know if we just wrestled or this was before us wrestling. I have no idea.
Don't look hot and sweaty enough, both of you.
Yeah,
I think it's before.
this has to be before.
No wonder you got big guns. You've been carrying titles your whole career.
You're right. That's why my shoulders and traps are huge.
It's been double belts since the start. Look at that. Jesus.
It is what it is. Somebody's gonna do it.
Exactly. But sick photo, sick gear.
Yeah.
The evolution's definitely there. You've changed the gear, the hair, the look, the angry face. Oh, God, here he is. Who put that in there?
Get it out.
Alright, I have to speak to my manager about this one.
You see the championship he's holding? I've got it now.
Oh,
See, I was just inches away from holding it.
You're just about to grab it.
Yeah, just about to grab it. This was us at the EPW showcase. We had just done the winter camp.
Yep.
In 2022, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, we were tagging and we were wrestling Nikki Van Blair and Julian Ward.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Quite a mixture of people in a match. But that was a fun match, and that was a fun time. Just doing a wrestling camp. Never done a wrestling camp before, but
yeah.
we both thought it'd be fun and just give it a go. And yeah, it was a good time. It was like a week long.
An amazing camp run by David Storm and Damien Slater.
Yep.
So would you be recommending that to any inspiring wrestlers that are watching this to get involved?
Absolutely. It doesn't matter how many years you've been wrestling for, you will always be learning something from those two. EPW is such a great company to go to. Highly recommend to do winter camp, summer camp, go and wrestle for them, anything that you can get.
Yeah, absolutely. No, awesome. Oh, here's your mate.
Hey! Yeah, I don't know why Grim was there, but he was.
There's a ladder in the background.
Yeah. Okay, so this was the second time that we won the championship. So this was the first ever RCW Chaos Collider.
Jeez, yes.
Yeah. It was called Chaos Collider for a reason. The belts were hanging up nice and high, and we had to climb a ladder to get it, but because it was chaos, there were also tables and chairs and doors and whatever else anyone could pull out.
And a Grim somehow.
And a Grim! I don't remember why. I think after we won, Purgatory started beating us up because they had a little tanty.
Yeah.
And I believe,
Common.
Grim came out and saved the day and saved us.
Nice.
So this was, even though maybe it didn't mean a lot to everybody, but this photo meant a lot because these are the two people that inspired me to be a wrestler.
Yeah.
So, yeah, both my brother and Matt Grimbasso just inspired me to do all of this.
Yeah, and help train you up and get you into it. So
absolutely.
that's awesome. Yeah, that's a great photo. Here we go.
This was the said PWA Rumble that we packed up our bags from FWA and drove over to the venue. Yeah.
Who you got up in the air? That's one of the velocities in.
No,
is that one of the velocities?
That's Matt Diamond.
That Dean's got?
Yeah.
Ah, my bad.
And I'm holding Dazza.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, am I? Is that? No, that's not Dazza.
No, that's not Dazza.
No, that's Aaron Jake.
Oh, yeah.
From SMS.
Yep.
I don't know why I thought it was Dazza. Yeah. Jeez. This is one of our moves that we did. We call it turn 'em and burn 'em. It's a long story. Don't ask why.
Well, we've got all night, so.
No, it truly is a long story. I don't even think I'd be able to explain it. But yeah, so we would hold them up in a stalling. Dean would be having them in a military, and I'd be in a suplex, and Dean would go first, and then I would slam the other one on top.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It was a really like showcase move to just show off our strength, really. That's all it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this was a great venue in front of a lot of people. This was a really fun rumble to be a part of.
Yeah. It was awesome that you got to make it there straight after the other show.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
What an achievement in itself.
Time was slim.
Well, especially in that Sydney traffic.
Yeah. Sydney, you take a wrong turn and it takes like 45 minutes extra.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, Jessica Troy.
Yeah. This was, what does it say? New Horizons.
New Horizons, I think.
So Jessica Troy was the women's champion at the time. And I was in belief that she was avoiding me because of who I am. And so this was me making a statement of, you can't avoid me, bitch. And I think I just took her out, and I made my statement. And nice. I think, the next show after this, I think we had our 30-minute Iron Woman match.
The Iron Woman match. What an achievement. How'd you feel going into a 30-minute timed match, knowing that you had to go all 30?
Was stressful. Probably the most stressed I had ever been at that point, purely because I probably hadn't even had a singles match over 20 minutes, over 15. So to go double that, I didn't even know how the hell it was going to last.
Yeah.
Somehow I did, and somehow I won the championship.
Amazing.
So, yeah, but I mean, honestly, I wouldn't choose anyone different to do it with. Jessica Troy is an amazing wrestler.
Yeah.
A genuine person. She's so talented and skilled. And I mean, she's been wrestling for quite some time. She's seen everything in her day, but yeah, I would happily step in the ring with Jessica Troy any day.
Yeah, absolutely. No, amazing talent.
Yeah.
PWI.
Yeah.
Tag team was his top. I don't know what they do in the tag team one.
150?
Top 150? Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah. Yeah, 58.
Look at that.
Basically halfway.
That's sick.
Very unexpected. Because my brother and I haven't been tagging for long at this point.
Yep.
Probably 2 years at this point, I think, when this was announced and came out. So I heard it from like a friend, and I didn't believe them, but here we are. And I bought the magazine for both my brother and I as a keepsake.
Oh yeah, you gotta get that. Is that the graphic they put in there, or is that you guys made that?
No, I think Common Creations made this.
Right.
So that RCW could post it.
Yeah, that's a sick graphic.
Yeah.
Very cool.
It's really cool.
I love the write-up. Beat the Pariah, Kings of Ruin. Both combined 5 RCW Tag Team Champion reigns between them.
5?
Between the two teams.
Oh, okay.
It's a good little write-up.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah, I suppose it helped winning 2 championships and then, winning those RCW Tag Championships twice. So it probably put us on the radar.
When did you decide to drop Brady from your name? and just roll with the delta?
It was it was one of those things where it was like it was never really there, but it was also there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a confusing one because because I started off as just delta, but then once my brother and I became a team, I sort of just adopted the Brady. I was always a Brady. I was always Delta Brady, but I just wanted to be Delta.
Yeah.
But I think I just adopted the last name when we became a team, and then I kind of dropped it off slowly. It's one of those things where some promotions would say the full name Delta Brady and other promotions would just say Delta.
Yeah.
It was really what the promotion wanted, so it's there and it's not there at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good answer.
There we go.
Luchas.
Yeah.
Look out.
Yeah. What was this? Day of the Dead, I think, at Morphettville Racecourse.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my own gear and that's my own mask, but that is not Dean's gear and Dude's mask.
Obviously not. It's not his pajamas.
Yeah. Yeah, very cool. I think that's like what I'm wearing is a Venom mask, but it just matched the gear that I was wearing, so I thought, why not? I can't remember who we wrestled though.
Must mean anyone important.
No.
But Lucha, is that like a Lucha Fantastica, is it called?
Yeah,
like?
Lucha Fantastica.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was this festival called Day of the Dead that was held at the Morphettville Racecourse, and there was like food and music and dancing and also wrestling. It was a really fun day I think there's 2 separate days. You have like a 18 plus day and then you have like a family day.
Yeah.
Yeah, the family days are always the fun ones because it's when the kids just think you're a superhero. So that's like the best part of wrestling is when they think you're a superhero and they think you're super cool. So yeah, these ones are really fun. I've done 2 now.
And how do you feel like doing these festival shows like Lucha, Beer and Barbecue, all those sort of things? Do you enjoy doing that sort of stuff? Yeah,
it's very stress free.
Yeah.
When it's your usual events can be very stressful. But these ones you just have fun. I don't like wrestling in a mask. That kind of sucked. Because the mask would move and then I can only see out of one eye. It was also, I believe it was really hot this day too. So just breathing in was the worst.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I didn't choose a mask when I started wrestling.
Here we go. Awards.
Yeah. Awards. Yes, RCW Awards. I think that was from last year, 2023.
Okay.
Yeah, so we won Tag Team of the Year, and I also won Female Wrestler of the Year.
Nice.
Yeah. So this was also, again, another really cool achievement of something that my brother and I did, of being Tag Team of the Year. And there's really good tag teams in Riot City Wrestling, so I wasn't really expecting to win this award, so when we did, was very shocked but also very happy.
Nice.
It was a nice moment.
Is that the only awards you've won, or have you won other awards in RCW?
The previous year I won Female Wrestler of the Year, and I also won the Rising Star Award.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
God, that trophy case must be getting bigger and bigger.
I need a bigger one.
I don't even have a big enough table for all your stuff. What's going on here? Here we go.
This is at, what's it called? Brighton, yeah. Performing Arts Centre. This was a tag match. You can see that the RCW tag title's on me.
Yep.
Who were we wrestling? I think it was Down Under and Jesse Handy.
Okay.
Yeah. I might be wrong, but I don't think I am. I'm pretty sure that's who we wrestled.
The Outback Most Wanted.
Yeah.
What a team.
Yeah. Because it was such like a special venue, my brother and I wanted to come out to a different song than what we normally come out with, and so this night we were basically rock stars, and we came out to Welcome to the Jungle by Guns N' Roses. I cut up a denim jacket that I had.
Nice.
That I barely wore a bandana.
Got the Axl Rose look going.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I think my brother wore a denim jacket and some aviators. Yeah. We felt amazing coming out to that song, by the way.
Yeah, got the look, the new gear, and the
flame gear.
That looks sick.
Yeah, that was probably our best gear that we had. It got very hot though, because it was like a latex, well not latex, but like PVC fake leather that just trapped in heat. So you were sweating in that. Yeah.
That was a good look though.
Me and Tommy Knight.
Tommy Knight.
Big boys.
Jesus. I didn't think anyone could beat his legs. Look at that. Jesus.
I was trying to out-angle him. Yeah. Yeah, this was just at the airport.
Just hanging out?
Just hanging out. Yeah, this was in Melbourne. I don't know what Melbourne show, like it was MCW, but I don't know what MCW show we were there for, but I just thought, why not take the opportunity, let everyone know that we were in Melbourne.
Yeah.
And posted this photo. And, I mean, that could be a tag team right there.
Oh, absolutely.
Not that I would cheat on my brother, but, you know.
Dominant tag team around.
Yeah.
Well,
just two big boys.
You know, all over Twitter they say, always get a photo with your heroes. So I'm glad Tommy got one with you.
He did get one with me, absolutely.
I'm glad he spoke up and got the photo, because now he's got that awesome memory.
Yeah, he was a bit nervous. You could hear it in his voice, a bit shaky.
He's a soft teddy bear. Not really. Don't hurt me, Tommy. Mr. Cliff.
Yes.
Here we go.
Mr. Cliff. This was during the Strength Cup tournament. This was after our 5-way that we had, where Mr. Cliff basically threw a tantrum and said, I don't like that you won and I didn't.
Oh, what's new with him, eh?
Yeah. And he wanted me to put my spot in the tournament on the line, to see if I was really who I said I was. And I was in fact who I said I was, because I beat him.
I think you steamrolled him by the look of it.
That's me giving him a spear, and his detention slips went everywhere. That shut him up for a moment.
Well, it didn't last very long.
No,
he's
he likes to run his mouth, doesn't he?
He's annoying everyone lately.
There we go.
There we go.
Yes, MCW, I was the women's champion at the time. Just the women's champion at the time. And I think that was the show where I made Jake Andrew Arthur tap to my SDF.
Jesus.
Yeah. I gave him an FU and an SDF.
John Cena, here we go.
Yeah.
Well,
he didn't see me.
There's not much you can do. He's a big unit, so it's impressive you could do those two things for a start. So
yeah.
What an accomplishment.
Yeah. I can't remember why I did it. I just did it. I think he was giving grief to MCW management, and he was saying that he wasn't getting what he deserved, so he got me instead.
And he got what he deserved.
And he got what he deserved. And I shut him up.
Yeah.
That was a big moment. Everybody.
MCW hitman, eh?
Absolutely, yeah. They just call me up and I'll be there. Everyone went nuts when I lifted him up.
Yeah.
And threw him around.
I bet. Jeez.
Yeah.
What a moment. What an awesome moment. There's the shirt.
My merch.
There you go.
Yeah, this was me getting some new merch. I really, really like this design.
Yeah,
I had this design in my head for so long, but I didn't know how to verbally tell someone how to get this done. So I did the worst drawing of my life to try and give someone an idea.
It's amazing.
It's
great colours.
Yeah.
Who designed that? Do you want to shout them out, or?
I'll know it if I get the Instagram. We'll link the Instagram below.
Yeah, definitely check it out, guys.
Yeah.
Do you have any of those shirts left, or are they sold out as well?
Ooh, I've got 3 shirts, not of this design, but the older design.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought I'd bring them back just for people that missed out the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only got 3 shirts left.
Well,
So-
get in quick, guys.
Mhm.
You want to jump on now?
There we go.
Yeah, big dub pose.
This was at the Glenelg show that we had.
Yeah, yep.
What was that called? Bash at the Bay? It couldn't have been that. Why
No, that was the Brighton. No, that wasn't the Brighton one. I think it was Bash at the Bay. No, it wasn't. It was just a fringe. I don't know.
No. It wasn't
Bash at
during
the Bay
Fringe show.
sounds like something.
It sounds like something else.
No, I think it is a Bash at the Bay. Because there's only Glenelg's only one place.
Don't quote me on it, but it was at Glenelg, and I think it was a part of Fringe, but it wasn't during your standard like Fringe mania.
Yeah, it was Gluttony did like a winter
Yes.
sort of just a big winter setup with just Gluttony area and tents. So yeah.
Yeah, this one again was during the strength tournament. So this is when I was wrestling Joey Graham.
Oof.
Yeah, big fella. But flies a lot too.
Yeah, he's been on the show. We've had a chat with him. Awesome little episode there. I think we had a photo of you trying to throw him out off the ring into the stage.
Oh yeah,
into the people.
Yeah, this one we did a little bit of crowd work. I went flying, he went flying. This one was a fun one. And definitely tested me for sure. But the one after this with Punch Drunk Istria, that one tested me even more.
What a match.
Yeah, what a tournament I had to be a part of. My God.
We had some of the best wrestlers around in that tournament.
Yeah.
So, here's a nice celebration. Look at that.
This was part of the Coliseum weekend. So this was the first night. And the main event was Jessica Troy versus The Example, Ricky South. And at the time, Ricky was the champion and Jessica Troy won it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was a very big moment, and it was such a wholesome moment too. Just everybody, like the PWA locker room was just watching on the little monitor backstage. And just everybody just being incredibly supportive of the entire match, and we were all just like on the edge, just watching what's going to happen next, because none of us obviously knew what was going to happen next, and just having this moment happen just fills the heart. The heart. And I'm glad I got to be a part of it. All the girls were like, "You're coming out with us," because I didn't think I was, going to be a part of this.
Yeah.
And they're like, "No, you're coming out with us." Got to hold her up and celebrate with her, and
it's amazing.
Yeah, it was a great moment. And now I would like to wrestle her.
Well, Jessica Troy, I'm sure you're watching this episode, so let's get another match going.
There we go.
Look at that gear.
Yeah, same night.
Right. Same night,
Same night, just earlier on. This was the new gear that I had. Or have. It's kind of falling apart now. This was the first round of the Coliseum tournament, and I was wrestling Paris de Silva.
Nice.
Yeah, one half of the Velocities, and I'd never wrestled him before, or the Velocities. It was a really good match. I lost, but it was a good match.
Yeah. Very skilled competitor he is. Yeah.
He's like out of this world. He is amazing. He's both a high flyer and strong, and just very, very good. Yeah.
Nah, it's awesome gear though.
Yeah.
What inspired the two-tone, the two-color gear?
I saw a picture on Pinterest. Scrolling through, because I like to scroll through for inspiration.
People still use that?
Yeah, well, I do. And clearly it's helping. And I just saw this like outfit that someone had made, and it was half black, half white, and I thought it was really cool. And I thought, because like I have red hair, that it would just make everything come together. And so I found the harness that I'm wearing is completely separate to the gear, and I found this harness on Etsy.
Okay.
And we basically just based my gear around the harness, and then I put studs on the harness, and I got boots and gauntlets made. One boot was black, One boot was white. I did not get 2 pairs, so I'm stuck with just one black boot, one white boot.
Real? Oh, shit.
They were expensive, okay?
I was going to say, yeah, you see people wearing different colour, like Nikes and stuff, but they buy 2 pairs. But...
Yeah. Yeah.
Who makes your gear?
Someone that doesn't actually make wrestling gear. She just thrifts things from like thrift stores, and she does them up. Her name is Creations, RHI Creations.
Nice.
Yeah, and she just kind of flips standard things. The first ever time she made wrestling gear was my brother's and my flame gear. That was like the first ever time, and she did really well. So this was like the second time she made gear, and she's great to work with, and she just does whatever you want to do.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Very good.
No, very good gear. And there's the Strength Cup.
Me winning the Strength Cup. This was the match with me and Punch Drunk Istria. This was probably the most challenging match, apart from the 30-minute Iron Woman match that I had. Which at this point, the Iron Woman match happened like a year ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot. Going up against someone who's had 20 years under his belt.
Easy,
yeah. He definitely made me work for it, that's for sure. And he's an intimidating person. I don't get intimidated very easily. He has that kind of stare that just looks through you.
Not even in the ring either, just everywhere.
Just everywhere, yeah. But yeah, I mean, we got there in the end. It was a brutal battle. Brutal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that one and that was intense.
Yeah. I think this was kind of the turning point for me, just with my in-ring skill and my ability, and this really made me step it up a level for sure.
Yeah.
So I mean, I've got to thank Istria for helping me just step up my game.
That's what he was there for. Look at that.
Yeah.
Interrupting the dog.
Yeah, this is me holding up Strength Cup, high and proud of my accomplishment, and this was me making my statement of, I've won this, you know what this means? This means I'm coming for this championship.
Nice.
Yeah, I think Katie Trey was having his 300-day celebration, and I think everybody was bored of it, so that's why I thought, hey, let's make it a little bit more exciting, and I will come out.
How did you feel looking down at that trophy and seeing all the names that have won that in the past? And some of them are still around, some you probably don't know, but to see all those guys on there.
It's very cool to be a part of the lineage or the legacy, the history that cup has. Same with this championship. I think they stopped putting names on there after 2016, but I will make sure that they will put all the other names on there.
Yeah, there's definitely some names on there. So
I think Zach Sabbath won it, Matt Grimbasso won it.
Yeah, Big Brody Marshall, Chris Basso won it. Yeah. Maybe Nick Armstrong, possibly. I don't know. Possibly, but yeah. Just those names alone. Great company to be in.
Yeah, I was the first female to win that cup, which was a big deal to me. First female to win this. So,
yeah. You should have changed the tassels.
The tassels?
Made them red. Yeah.
No, I think it's green and white for RCW. So.
Yeah, but it's your cup. You can do what you want.
You're right.
And there it is.
Hey, that's when I won it.
There it is.
Yeah.
What a moment.
Yeah. It's it was one of those things where, for a moment, I sort of didn't believe that it happened. Just being a part of a match where I get to wrestle for it was enough for me, but to actually win it was something completely different. And that was the same when it came to me and Mickey wrestling for these 2 titles. Just being a part of it was enough for me. So yeah, to winning it and making history is really, really cool.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. Great achievement. It's the double belts MC Dub.
There you go. What was that for? That was very recent. I think that was when I came out and wrestled Robbie Thorpe. Yeah, so it wasn't announced. I was a little bit of a surprise. But basically, Robbie Thorpe wanted to wrestle Rocky Monero. Wanted to step in the ring with Rocky Monero and
Bad idea, kid.
Rocky put his own twist on it and he goes, well, I'm in the ring, but you're not wrestling me. And then little old me comes out and pinned Robbie Thorpe.
Nice.
Made him mad. And there we go. And I posed.
Another big dog as well that you took down.
Another big dog. Didn't get there 5 of them though, but maybe I'll have another chance.
He's taller than Baron, so it'll be hard to bloody...
He was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the entrance for the unification match, is it?
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, so this was the first time coming out as officially the Riot City Wrestling champion. And this was at the Goodwood Community Centre. This was the first time back in many, many years at the Goodwood Community Centre. This was the first time for me.
Yeah, Got Fast W back there, yeah.
Yeah, it was a great setup and a great turnout. Very good atmosphere, and yeah, this was wrestling Mickey Fortune at Battle for Supremacy.
Yeah. And is that jacket made by the same person who did your gear, or is that a...
No, I bought it online and I cut it up.
Oh, nice.
yeah, and I bought those like shoulder things off of Etsy and just attached to it.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
There you go, guys. So Pinterest and Etsy for you wrestlers that are looking for something new or up and comers.
Look,
yeah, there's so many ideas and stuff.
You just gotta get creative.
Yeah.
You just gotta get creative. And I just tried to do something that other people weren't doing. Just doing something that looks different compared to everybody else.
Well, I think that's a big thing of why you are where you are. Not just your look, physique wise, but your gear has always been on point. You're coming up with new makeup, hairstyles, different stuff like this. You got like the Gladiator stuff on there, the Mad Max style.
Yeah.
So changing and standing out is always going to put a wrestler above other wrestlers. So guys, if you're struggling or you're looking to get into the business, be one of these people that are standing out.
Yeah.
Changing your look, changing your gear.
Yeah, for sure. And like I've taken inspiration from many different places. As you just said, Gladiator and Mad Max, two completely different things. So I'm just always on the hunt for different looks. But yeah, like my eye makeup, my hairstyle, my gear, legit just got from Pinterest. And I've put my own twist on it.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. It's cool.
And it always evolves too. Like obviously I didn't look like this in the beginning. So
as we saw.
Yeah, but just strive to look the best and look different.
Yeah, absolutely. Look like the main event. There's the poster for it.
Okay.
Battle for Supremacy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Again, like this match meant a lot to the both of us. There was a lot on the line. It was, and again, to me, being a part of it was enough, but to actually winning this match was more than what I thought was going to happen. Just being up against someone like Mickey Fortune, who has a lot more experience than me, and like I said, like when she was wrestling before me, like when I came into Riot City Wrestling, she had just broke her ankle. She had just broke her ankle. The first ever show, me as a rookie, she had broke her ankle.
Yeah.
But even though it took her time to come back to shows, she was still around. And she was the type of person where if she came into trainings just to watch or be a part of, she would make me kind of just sit up straight and just be really focused, and I would try and like show her how good I could be. And the fact that she said that I was the reason that made her stick around and made her want to be a better wrestler is nuts. Yeah, this match was big and it meant a lot to us in Riot City. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, what a moment in time for Riot City.
There we go.
Mount Gambier.
Brawl in Mount Gambier. That is the most recent match. That wasn't a singles match. It turned out to be a tag match.
Nice.
It was me and Matt Hayter versus Nick Armstrong and Jet Armstrong.
The Armstrongs are back.
The Armstrongs in Mount Gambier.
Hometown boys. How's the reaction to that? They like you more?
Oh yeah, they liked us more, absolutely. Yeah, this was a fun match too. Yeah.
How'd you find road tripping to Mount Gambier and doing that show?
It actually wasn't bad. We're in a car, like we drove to Melbourne. Because riotcitywrestling did a road trip to Melbourne, so this was about halfway, so it wasn't as long, so it wasn't that bad. So having a car full of people, you all take turns driving, and it was all around a great time. Great
and
time.
was that your first show in Mount Gambier? Because you haven't done a Riot City one in Mount Gambier before.
No, I had just missed the Mount Gambier trips, because I think Riot City Wrestling stopped in 2018. Like that was their last New Year's Eve that they did in Mount Gambier. I'm pretty sure.
I think they did 2019. 18 into 19 possibly. Yeah. And then COVID and shit hit, and then it sort of got thrown out of whack.
I started wrestling in 2019, so I reckon if they had a Mount Gambier show, I probably would have.
No, I think you're right. Yeah.
But yeah, first time, and I mean this Mount Gambier show was completely different to the other Mount Gambier shows that you guys had. This one was fully sold out crowd. The venue was amazing. The venue had great locker room. It had a gym. It had a pool. It was fancy as hell.
And it was in an actual venue. A lot of the ones they've done in the past have been on ovals and at festivals and jails and stuff. So
this one was a great setup. So I'm glad my first Mount Gambier was a banger.
You got the royal treatment for your first one.
Well, come on now.
There's the aftermath.
There we go.
Battle for supremacy.
Yeah, we got the pyro going.
Pyro, pyro. Woo!
Hey, champions get pyro, okay?
I did know about that.
Yeah, you knew about it? Yeah. Again, a great moment. And what followed after this was an even better moment, is what the people don't see is the hallway full of the entire Riot City Wrestling locker room just cheering you on, looking as happy as ever, and celebrating for you with this win. It was those kind of moments are really, really special, and it very much reminded me of the first ever time I came out on an official RCW show, and it was the January show in 2021, and my only thing that I needed to do was F5 Savannah Summers. That was it. I just had to go out there, make my statement and say Delta is here. And I was so nervous because you had to get it right. It was a first impression. And so we have a monitor backstage, and rather than going through the proper entrance that all the other wrestlers come out of, I thought I'd go through the side door, basically the door where it separates the locker room from the rest. And right before I was going to go out there, I think someone was like, yeah, Delta, and then I turn around and everybody's clapping and cheering for me. And everybody is just super happy to watch me finally have my moment after all that time of trying to work hard and get to that point, and just to turn around and see the entire locker room just super happy to see me finally have my moment. This moment just reminded me of that, full circle. Now finally the RCW champion, women's champion, unified champion, to come backstage and see everyone just so happy for me. Amazing. Those moments stick with you and last.
It's those moments you wish you had a little camera following you or something. Just to pick that up. I thought we had no more, but we got one more.
We got one more. There you go.
This is the one we're going to end it on. I thought we were ending on the pyro, but we're ending it on the official photo. There you go.
The official photo of both championships.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And announced on RCW page that you're getting a new belt on the 20th.
I am 20th at Goodwood Community Centre.
Yeah.
Yep, reanimated 19.
Yes, 19
We get
years.
a brand
Wow.
new championship to unite these two together, and I'll be the first ever to hold that championship.
First ever. And then, yeah, you think, like we spoke about, the people that have held the Riot City one, and then not only that, the women that have held the women's championship, and even Toro. He had it for a bit.
R.I.P.
But, told him bananas. But just the list of names that have held both belts is insane. And then to add your name to it, and now to be the one that unveils the brand new belt is going to be an insane moment.
Yeah.
So make sure you guys pack out the Goodwood Community Centre.
Oh yeah.
January 20th. Get down there. You don't want to miss this moment.
Not at all.
Awesome. That is a perfect way to end our photos. Amazing look back on. People say it's a very short career, but what you've done has been amazing. So thankful for you to come in and look at those photos and to go through there.
It's great.
And you're only just getting started. You've evolved so much, and there's so much more you can do and achieve. So I can't wait to see all that.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what happens next. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do next. But
you're going to need a bigger bag.
Well, I'm going to bigger everything.
I think next time I bring you on, we'll have a bigger studio. we'll be able to have all the belts hanging up somewhere. Alright, Delta, I'd love for you now to plug your social media. We'll have all the links in the description, guys. But where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, now known as X, and Facebook. Find me under, I think Delta Brady is on X, and then the other two is just Delta Pro Wrestler. You can find me at the RCW events that we have. We have Reanimated 19 coming up, January 20th at Goodwood Community Centre, where we will be unifying these titles, so you don't want to miss that. There's also the Road to Fringe Mania, so really anything could happen on that show.
Absolutely.
Fringe Mania is a crazy time. Everybody wants to be a part of it, so anyone will do anything to be a part of it. I will also be on the anniversary weekend for MCW. I will be defending these titles in a triple threat with Nick Armstrong and Enan Osman. You can find that on Fight TV.
I think it's Nick Legstrong.
Oh, Legstrong. My bad.
Well, what a match though, what a match.
Fight TV, or if you're a Melbourne local, it'll be at the Thornbury Theatre.
Nice.
But yes, Riot City Wrestling, Melbourne City Wrestling, we've all got the socials. When you want to buy tickets, you just go onto their Facebook page, Instagram, you'll find the link to come to the shows.
Perfect. Couldn't have said it better myself. Any merch? Oh, you said you have a couple shirts left, but anything else, like stickers or anything like that? You still got any of those? Or
No stickers. But maybe I'll have some new merch when it comes to Fringe time. Maybe we'll just have to come to our Fringe Manias.
Yeah, and like we've spoke about with a lot of people on here, Fringe Mania is Riot City's WrestleMania.
Oh yeah.
It's the biggest shows that we have of the year. Everyone gets super pumped and super, new gear, in shape, everything like that. So you guys don't want to miss, obviously, the next show, that starts the road to Fringe Mania. Because like Delta said, anything could happen there. That's going to set up some massive matches in Fringe itself. So get on the socials, give Delta a like, follow, all that sort of stuff. Make sure you're following MCW, RCW, keep up to date with their events, because you don't want to miss Delta. Get there and see her live if you haven't already. If you can't get there in a different state or in America or something like that, check out the YouTube and hit it up from there. But I think that's a perfect way to wrap up this episode. Really, really appreciate you giving up your time to come in here. And lugging all your merchandise around.
I thought I'd decorate the place.
I appreciate the fact that you brought these in here. It's an awesome achievement that you've done, and I look forward to what you have in the future.
Thank you, Jared.
Thank you for joining me on another episode of Beers and Brawls. Another huge thank you to my guest Delta. Really appreciate her coming on here. So guys, make sure you're following her, keep an eye on everything she's got coming up and what MCW and RCW have. But as always, keep supporting local wrestling, keep supporting our guy Shifty Lizard, keeping us hydrated throughout these episodes. Give us a like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. Until next time. Oh, this is heavy. Cheers.